What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the breakdown. And here lately over this last year, we've had the Reggie Bush incident, the Cam Newton incident, the Terrell Pryor incident, and the incident down in Miami, where all of these individuals are accused of taking extra benefits because they play sports. And the topic is really heating up. Should the NCAA pay these athletes? And I'm just going to tell you that no, I don't think the NCAA should pay these athletes. And the reason is because I played Division I athletics, and it just first of all, it just I laugh when I watch these ESPN guys and some of these guys on national TV say, well, these athletes don't get anything. These athletes are struggling to eat. These athletes are struggling to get the basic necessities, when that's not necessarily true. And just like I said, I can just talk about my own experiences. When you're an NCAA Division I athlete, primarily in basketball and football, and maybe even baseball, and it just depends on how much money your school has. But every school, we want to talk basketball and football because these are the main guys getting in trouble. Okay. If you're on scholarship, you get a scholarship check. You get a scholarship check, which is money. Which with that scholarship check, 500 or 600 of those dollars are going to go in your pocket each month. If you stay off campus and you have to pay rent, they give you extra money to cover your rent. Plus, so if you stay off campus, you'll get over $1,000. You'll probably get $1,200 per month to pay your rent, because you're going to have roommates. So you're going to get $1,200 per month to pay your rent, and then whatever's left of that, which would probably be, $600, is going to go in your pocket, because, like I said, you're probably going to have roommates, so you're probably not going to be using up all that money. Okay. Then they say, well, these kids come from the ghettos. I'm not disagreeing with that. But if that's the case, obviously those kids' parents don't make a lot of money. I understand that. If that's the case, those kids qualify for a Pell Grant, which is free money that they do not have to pay back. The maximum you can get on a Pell Grant is $2,500 per semester. So get this, folks. You're getting $2,500 per semester plus the scholarship check, which is, $600 to $700 every month. And then at your big schools, at your big schools like Oklahoma, Texas, Florida State, just keep going on down the line. Those football players and basketball players, and probably some of the other athletes that play sports, those players do not even have to pay for their meals. They can go over to at some schools, they have dining halls designated just for the athletes, where the athletes can go over, can basically go to the dining hall and eat 3 meals per day, all free, don't have to pay for it. So you're telling me, okay, so most of the kids getting in trouble are going to these big schools. So you're telling me, okay, a basic necessity is eating. So that right there is paid for. They don't have to pay for it. The rent, the scholarship check is covering the rent, and then they get a Pell Grant, $2,500 per semester. Per semester. And so where's all this money going? And basically, quite frankly, the reason why some of these kids don't have any money is because when they get that Pell Grant and that scholarship check, they spend it all. go buy them a car, or go do something else with it. And they spend it all up, basically go buy them some clothes, and then they look up and say, oh, I don't have any money. And speaking of clothes, if you receive that Pell Grant, and like I said, I played Division I athletics, so no one's going to tell me what you can and can't do. Speaking of clothes, those student athletes can take advantage of basically, like, there's a program within the athletic department. You can take $300 of the Pell Grant money or the scholarship check. It doesn't matter. You can take $300, go to the store, go to the mall, buy yourself $300 worth of clothes, get your receipt, take your receipt over to the athletic department, and the athletic department will reimburse you your money. Now you may not get all 300 of that money back, but you will get reimbursed on most of it. So you're telling me that all this stuff that these student athletes get, and we still need to pay them? Now, don't get me wrong, they generate money, but they're also getting a free ride. Something that the average college student is not getting a free ride. They're having to pay for everything. So they're getting a free education. Most of these kids are not going to make the pros. I mean, that's just the way it is. Most of these guys are not going to make the pros. So if they think they're going to make the pros and then something happens and then they don't have that education, I mean, the economy's tough. Without that education, what are they going to do? So, again, they're already getting paid. They're already, and pretty much at the Division I school that I went to, my scholarship check money went towards food because there was a dining hall, but there was not a dining hall designated for athletes where we didn't have to pay. Last year, when I watched Duke All Access, the Duke Blue Devils players were getting up in the morning to go lift weights, and they had someone in their team room cooking them breakfast right there ready for them. Didn't have to pay for any of it. And we're saying these college athletes need to be paid? Get out of here. Don't listen to ESPN. Trust me, these college athletes are getting plenty. These college athletes are getting plenty. I mean, come on. You get a scholarship check, $2,500. That's $5,000 for the whole year. That's just the scholarship. I mean, not the scholarship check, the Pell Grant. The Pell Grant is $2,500 per semester. That's $5,000 on the whole year. And then you probably get a scholarship check, depending on if you stay on campus or not. You get a scholarship check to where you're going to put 600 of that. You're going to put 600 of those dollars, $600 to $700 in your pocket for the whole year. So you get 5,000 combined on the Pell Grant, and then school is like 9 months out of the year, 8 or 9 months out of the year, and you're getting $600 to $700. So basically, basically do the math. Multiply that up. $600 to $700 times 8 plus $5,000 plus your food is paid for. So all your bills are taken care of. Your food's paid for. You don't have to pay for schooling, and yet these kids complain that they don't have anything. Get out of here. Get out of here. Where the average student's got to pay for his schooling, and the average student doesn't get any extra money unless he goes and gets him a job, making $8-9 an hour, which don't pay for nothing. So, like I said, the problem is, when are we going to start putting the onus on the athletes? I mean, we're getting into a society today when people make a mistake, they try to make an excuse for why they did wrong. When are we going to put the onus on the athletes here? I mean, when are we going to do that? Because, like I said, the problem is, the reason why if some of these kids don't have money is because as soon as they get the money, they go spend it up real quick, and then by the time, but it's not even October yet, and then they don't have any money for the rest of the semester. So, paying college athletes, get out of here. I'm out.